Hey Dapper Vamps, I'm Benny and welcome back. In today's video, we got this joint rolled. It's small joint. I think I did it nice. But this is from the Alien Puff Papers that I got in the weed box. But we're not going to be discussing this today. This is probably being a short. We are going to have a story time. It's been 3 weeks since the last story time. At least that's what YouTube says. It's probably been like almost a month. It's probably going to be a month soon. But it's time to do the story time. I got a few more stories that I think are interesting, and then I'm gonna leave it at that. But here you go. Oh, let's light this up first. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, burn, paper, burn. All right, let's start the story. We're smoking on that Berry Bonds, by the way. Really tasty. All right, first off, okay, it's nighttime, bro. We're cruising around. I'm picking up the boys. There's about 4 people in our car, and we're all ready to smoke. So we pick up, we get the bag, we get the blunt, and that's now we're in the car. And we're like, we need a place to smoke. We want a hot box. Where are we gonna hot box? All right, we had our spots, but our spots were iffy, and we're choosing the spot where to go. And I suggested a spot near the skate park where there's like a street down there that nobody goes down there. Only the people that live there, and the cops hardly go down there either. And we had boxed there before, and I was like, yeah, that's a safe spot. They're like, oh, okay, for sure, go there. So the skate park is it's a while from my house. It's up north, about west. So we drive up there. It don't matter, you know what I mean. We drive up there. I park. It's by the skate park. Skate park's closed. It's about that time for it to be closed. It closes like at 10. It was like 11, 12 in the night. And so we all smoke. We hotbox the whip. We're high as hell. All right, we got out the little kitty corner street, but it's by the skate park, and there's like a kitty corner street there. And we got out that kitty corner street, and when we get off that street, there's a big street. There's a big street that you go off on. This is in Logan Square, by the way, in Chicago. And when I'm turning on that big street, I notice something. There's nobody on the road, which is scary for that street, especially at that time, because there's always somebody on the road at that time. Because it's not like a busy area all the time, but there's people there. There's people there. Even nightlife goes through there sometimes. But so I'm thinking that's a red flag. And I'm thinking, okay, that's a little bit weird. So I drive and I go down the road. I'm the only one driving. All of a sudden, cops come behind us, and the cops they flash their lights. They're following us for a while, and they flash their lights for us to pull over. So I pull over. The cop comes to the door and they're like, what were y'all doing? And I was like, we were just at the skate park. And she's like, it smells like weed in this car. I was like, yeah, we just smoked. We just hotboxed. And she was like, thank you for the honesty. I'm going to need you to get out. You got anything in here? I was like, no, we smoked all of it. And she's like, okay, get out the car. So we got out of the car. They checked the inside of the car where we were sitting at. Then one of the guys was like, open the trunk. So I opened my trunk and they see skateboards in there. So they assume like, okay, they were skating. Like I was telling the truth. We didn't skate. We came after the park was closed. But I just said we were skating, then we smoked some after we skate, and then we were going home. That's what I said. But yeah, so they saw the skateboards. They're like, okay, they're probably skating. Then they saw a big old casket bag, and I had my guitar in there. And they're like, what is that? I was like, that's my guitar. And they're like, okay. And I was like, you need me to open it? He's like, no, you're fine. He closed the trunk. They're like, y'all good to go. So I ended up telling the cops the truth, and it got me out safely. But they still wanted to they could have got me with a DUI if they wanted to, but they didn't. But you gotta imagine my other 4 friends being in the car as I'm telling the cops the truth that we just smoked. They're probably thinking, holy shit, what is this dude doing? He's gonna get us put in jail. They didn't say nothing the whole time. They just kept quiet and let me do my thing. But I bet they were scared as shit. Like imagine that. But anyway, they let us go, and we went off free. No DUI, no impounding the car because it smelled like weed. They checked. We didn't have nothing on us, and they let us go. But they were looking for somebody that night. Somebody did something. They're looking for somebody, and it wasn't us. So that's probably why they let us go, and they didn't want to fuck with us anymore further. But we got pretty lucky.